I'm Chase Briscoe, driver number 14 Ford Mustang for Stewart Haas Racing, and you're watching William Blackwell on YouTube.
Over the last week and a half, there was a rumor that started off that many people thought was a joke. But as the week progressed and went on, more and more people started to talk about it because of many things starting to arise in the silly season moves. And it is that Stewart Haas Racing will make a shock change in manufacture to Chevrolet in the near future. Their contract is up at the end of the 2024 season, and if 2311 Racing goes to Ford as rumored, they're going to probably get less technical support. And that right there is going to be a clear sign for them to tap out and to look in other directions. Toyota is not going to be the option or destination. They cannot negotiate to save their lives. They got Joe Gibbs Racing, and they can hardly handle that. They lost Kyle Busch, more than likely going to lose Denny Hamlin, and 2311 Racing. You lost Furniture Row. You lost Levine Family Racing. You're losing all these small teams. And that's what worries me about legacy, because we're seeing Richard Petty pretty much take a full step back from the ownership side of things. You really don't see him much at the track anymore. And Jimmy Johnson is hit or miss. He's really never there. And I just don't know. I don't really have much faith into this team and its long term. So Toyota, I believe, for Stewart Haas Racing is out of the picture. So Chevy more than likely be the destination. But it's going to have some severe consequences, not only for the Cup side of things, but also Xfinity. Because Stewart Haas Racing has a 2-car Xfinity Series team, which is driven by the 00 of Cole Custer and the 98 of Riley Herbst. And if Ford loses that, there goes their whole Xfinity program. Because Team Penske does not have a team anymore in Xfinity. After Austin Cindric got the promotion to Cup, they quit doing that. So now, all you're going to have really is Ryan Sieg Racing. And nothing against them. They're a bunch of hard-working people over there, and very nice people. That's not going to cut it unless you give them more support than they are now, which I believe it can still happen, but they still got to negotiate with a team maybe like a Front Row, maybe Rick Ware Racing, some team that is Ford right now, and try to convince them to open up an Xfinity program, because right now there's not really a good one. And teams are going to have to get drivers from Truck Series rides and move them up to Cup. That's a big leap. And we're going to probably see Zane Smith make that leap probably this offseason. And they cannot afford for it to happen for Hailie Deegan. Hailie Deegan right now is in trouble. She's struggling. Don't get me wrong. She's getting outperformed week in, week out by her teammates in lower graded teams. And does that mean she's a bad driver? To some people, it may seem like it is. But in my opinion, you really can't judge her off of that. Just like you can't judge Zane Smith off of his success. The Truck Series is a crapshoot. You do not know where you're getting into. And we saw Hailie Deegan make an Xfinity debut last year in Las Vegas. She did really well with a mid-team. And we're just being honest here. I think she can go to Xfinity. I think she can be a lot more successful. The Truck Series right now is a dying breed. How much I hate to say it. It's starting to become ran by your teenagers that are coming up and making all these stupid decisions. And it's just ruining the sport, in my opinion. If you look at it, the stats don't lie. The older drivers are kicking the young drivers' ass on a weekly basis. The stats don't lie. And that's why I believe Hailie Deegan needs to make a leap next year in Xfinity to Ryan Sieg Racing. That's all I got to say. Because if she goes to Stewart Haas Racing, Ford is going to lose her. And if they lose her, and more than likely Zane Smith, that's it. They got to be in a bad position. And they got to hold on to Stewart Haas Racing. And that's why I believe it's such a huge deal for them to re-sign at the end of 2024. But the rumors now are saying Chevy in 2025, if that happens, they're going to be in a world of shock unless they can negotiate with another Ford Cup team to bring an Xfinity program onto the scene. But Hailie Deegan, is she going to Xfinity racing next year? I believe so, What do you think? Comment down below.